continuing the story of Brendan Dyer as he heads to LA. Fun fact, my uncle told me today before I left that 19 years ago to date, he left on his adventure for LA to make it as an actor as well. Trippy. But I'll take it as a good sign. So we'll see what happens with it. It's exciting. So 205 miles out from Los Angeles. Stay tuned. Thus ends day 2 on Brendan's adventure through Los Angeles. Today, I actually had the chance to pass a celebrity. Yeah, if any of you remember the girl Sophia from The Walking Dead, that kid, the one that died in the barn, spoiler alert, she passed by me at Ralph's today. That was interesting. So I saw her and I like registered it was her for like a quick second, but she looked too pissed to like she was so pissed at me recognizing her that she just gave me this really dirty look and kept walking. So I didn't say anything, and that was my fun moment for the day. But today was spent with the continual search for a new apartment. Just got done doing a photo shoot with some river I just found on the side of the road. So that's what all the traffic's for. But I kept looking for more apartments today. Man, there's some expensive places out here. We'll see how, it's a weird guy. We'll see how it goes, but a lot of weird places out here. Found a lot of people offering up their couch, a lot of people offering up their spare bedrooms and whatnot, and I think one guy, had offered me a chance to go and stay in his bunk bed. That was fun. So the search continues for better living spaces other than what we got going on here. Living in the car, not a bad place. And gonna go crash again at Akil's tonight and move on from there. Hopefully we'll have a place by the end of the week. Hoping to have a new place by the end of the week that the two of us can go in on, but we'll see. It's crazy here, it's crazy. A lot of people. Met a couple of guys at the coffee shop today. They were really nice. I'm trying to get the lighting just right. Yeah. Met a couple of guys at the coffee shop today that were super nice, gave me a lot of good tips. Followed them on social media, did all the, formalities of introducing yourself to somebody. So hopefully there's more people I'll meet at a coffee shop or anywhere else. We'll see. Got some good ideas for agents, got some good ideas for classes, and some other stuff. Oh, also, side note, getting 8x10 paper for your headshots and resumes is highly recommended. It sucks to cut it all. I spent literally like an hour cutting paper for my headshots and resumes, and it cost me like $40 to go and do it at Kinko's. So I got to figure something else out, because there's no way if I'm doing more than 10 or 20 auditions a month, if I keep doing that much, I'm gonna go way over the allotted amount allotted for it. Words are hard. Anyways, expensivo. All right, to be continued. Peace out. It is beyond difficult to find a job in an apartment here. It should not be this hard to find a place to live or to even meet with somebody to talk about a job. I mean, I showed up to one apartment place. I showed up to an apartment complex today, and they didn't have a front lobby, even though it said it in the ad, and it said that there was someone going to be there. No front lobby. I stroll in, it's just apartments. And then when I call them 3 times in 2 days, nobody picks up. I leave a message. I send 3 emails, no response. I swear, either apartments.com sucks major ass, or nobody wants to see this ass. I don't get it. I don't know. I also learned the hard way that Fox Studios doesn't allow you to walk in and ask for a job. That was fun. I drove up north past Reseda. For those of you that don't know, that's North Hollywood, over to the Beverly Hills, and way into the next section towards San Fernando, to find Fox to ask for a job. And when I showed up, it was just a lot. I don't even think there was office spaces there. So when I asked the security desk, whatever, at the gate, she goes, "Oh no, they're on what did she say? They're on sabbatical or something like that." I don't remember that term. Anyways, so I pull over because she won't let me park in the lot. So I pull over to the street and I start looking at my phone to try and find the lot. And sure enough, it's on the other side of the hills, down towards West Hollywood. So I drive down there, no problem. That's okay. It takes me about an hour, 20 miles. Anyways, get down there and I park, and I find that it's $4 every 15 minutes to park there. It's a lot of money for 15 minutes. I was there for 45 minutes. I paid $16. That's great. Freaking awesome. Actually, it was more than that. It was $16, so that would be... Hold on. There you go. I was there an hour. Anyways. God, it was just awful. It was like trying to get through a maze just to get to the freaking plaza. And I was in a suit, so I was sweating a lot. I forgot to wear an undershirt, so it was visible. And I just wanted to find a place to go and ask and plead for a job. This big sweaty mess. Well, when I got there, she said, "No, they didn't allow anybody walk-ins." I said, "Okay, can you at least validate my parking?" She said, "Nope." I was on the verge of tears. Not really. So anyways, don't do that, and I don't think I'm going to do that for the other studios, because if Fox doesn't allow it, I'm going to bet everybody else doesn't do it either. So that was fun. But the rest of today was spent applying for jobs and looking for more apartments. I think this is going to be my life for like the next month or two, is just hunting and hunting and hunting, and it seems awful. Oh well. Paid for a $16 a night Airbnb today for a week. It cost me $120. It's not bad living, especially since this Hojo I'm staying at right now costs $100 a night. So I think I'm doing okay. More to be said. Stay tuned, friends. Welcome back, everyone. And today, let's see what today, Friday. So this will be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So this is day 4. Day 4 of my 3-year-long, possibly more, adventure. And today I learned that Central Casting is the #1 place to get background job work, which is great because it'd be awesome to make a little money in the back shows. You know, you make a little appearance here and there if you can. You know, life goes on. But what I didn't know is that you need to show up. So, well, here's the backstory. When you apply to get into Central Casting, you have to show up on one of their registration days, which right now is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9:15. And you have to show up ahead of time so that you can come in, give them your paperwork, and then do the orientation and get in, get your photos, and then now you can be casted in back row work, which is great. So I thought, okay, there's probably going to be a lot of people there. Show up at 8:15, and it'll be great, you know? Get in there, wait a little while, skip breakfast, it'll be awesome. Well, I didn't know what time to leave, so I woke up at 6:30 thinking it would take me an hour to get from Koreatown to Burbank, but there's nobody on the road basically from 6 to 7:30. So I got there in half an hour, and I left before 7, so I got there at 7:15, and the line was already 100 people long. They only take 67 people for an orientation day. So if you're not there ahead of time, you're not getting in. So some people had been there since 3:15 in the morning. Some people camped out over there. Like, what? 3:15 in the morning, the line starts, and the guy that comes out says that he times it. So if you show up at 3:15 and if you're here no later than 5:45, you're going to be in line and you're going to get in. Well, we didn't know that, so I got to show up at 4 a.m. And get this, today's Friday. I can't do it till Wednesday because Monday's a holiday, so I can't go in Monday. So Wednesday, I got to show up in Burbank, and I'm probably going to do this because today is the first day, but I'm going to sleep in my car now because I don't want to stay at Akil's because I don't want the family he's living with to get mad at him for having people crash at his place. And the community living I was in last night was kind of weird. Here's fun. So I'm sitting in the community room, and there's a guy from Israel sitting on the couch and some other lady, and she tells me this is the best movie she's ever seen. It's her favorite of all time. It's a Julia Roberts, and it's got Dermot Mulrooney and Everett, but it's my best friend's wedding. So I'm sitting there watching it, and oh my gosh, she thought this was the funniest film ever. She kept saying, she doesn't saying, she had the funniest laugh. She just, that's all she did the entire film. And it wasn't that funny, but I started laughing because her laugh was so contagious. And it was probably the most fun I'd had watching a film that week. And I'd watched a few films. So it was really fun. And, but the community place was actually kind of cool. Like, there was this guy who owned it, and he was some Russian that went to like Stanford or something, and he has like 15 or 20 beds in his entire house. It's a big 2-story building with like, home with like 4 beds. So I'm in there, and I'm in a room with 2 bunk beds, so there's 4 of us total, and one guy has made his own curtains under the bottom bottom bunk, and he's playing video games on his computer that he plugged in, and he put all his clothes in the closet, so there's like no space. There's some Asian dude sleeping on top of me that's got like, you know, chips and whatnot, but these weren't like potato chips. These were like some chip from, you know, Korea or whatever, wherever he was from, and that's not a racist comment. Like, there were weird bags with Korean writing on it all over the place, and he slept on top of them. That was cool. And then there was some other guy that was sleeping on top of the gamer dude that went to bed at literally 8 o'clock and was still there when I got back at 11, sleeping with a blanket over him. So that was fun. But yeah, it was weird. I kind of lost where I was for a moment. Oh, so central casting. Yeah, so I'm just gonna, you know, park it over there on Tuesday night and sleep in the bed of my car. So, but I'm finally at the point where, oh, here's another story. So the Airbnb, I was trying to live in another community area, and I found a scam. I sent in a request to stay at this one guy's place, and I got in. It was like $17 a night, so I paid for it, and I paid for 6 days, and it was this nice place, and you know, it was basically what I was staying at last night. But when I got to the place, I was calling the guy, I was texting the guy, and the call said that the phone line was disconnected and there was no way to reach him. He wasn't responding to my texts, and the place that I went to said it was in the middle of the street. So I was like, okay, this is definitely a scam. So I called Airbnb, and thank God this guy, his name is Jim, was like, dude, I'm gonna help you, like, this is no problem, I can't believe this is happening, let me see if there's some other place. So he calls a couple other places, and he gets me into this other place, and I paid for 2 nights, and that's where I stayed last night. And he was really helpful. He gave me a full refund plus 10% off, so I got, you know, my money's worth, I suppose, for 2 days, and it was great. It wasn't the same price, but I guess that's okay. So I made do. So, but today Central Casting was great. Sorry, I'm kind of jumping all over the place. I'm just thinking of things as they come by. But I met a couple of people. There was this girl, Dominique. She was awesome. She told me that this PA boot camp I'm going to next month is going to help me get a job. She said she got a job as a PA right after the weekend she did. So hopefully that'll help me get into it. So plus Quinn, Tucker, Julie Doherty's nephew reached back out. So hopefully he'll help me find a couple of places, maybe a photography job in between. But right now I'm at the point where I'm going to probably just sleep in my car for the foreseeable future. I figured, okay, I'm not paying rent, which is great. I'm basically going to spend that money on gas, which seriously isn't that bad because everything's so close. I'm not going to pay home insurance because I'm just going to pay car insurance. And as long as I keep up with the maintenance, that's like keeping up with your AC and, you know, water bills, utilities and everything, right? And then I'm thinking, you know, okay, so what if I'm living in my car? You know, is there going to be back problems? Well, you know, if what I do out here works and I get famous, then I can just pay for a chiropractor. So what? I'll sleep in the back seat. So I'm saving a ton of money, and it honestly sounds great because then I can just pull up to a place wherever I need to be, sleep there for the night. You know, it's just a matter of finding the right places because the best places to park that I found is in residential areas and Walmart parking lots, and there's not enough Walmarts out here in LA. So there's in different areas outside of it, but like right now, I'm headed to the beach. I'm headed to Santa Monica Pier. I'm gonna spend the weekend there in the back seat. and I'm just gonna ride it out, play a ton of volleyball, and then if I need to shower, I have an LA Fitness membership, so I'll go work out, shower, get cleaned up, and move on to the next place. I have a storage unit back in the middle of LA, so I can go, I pay for that once a month, which is basically my rent or whatever. And if I need to swap out clothes, that's fine. I can swap out clothes. Laundry bag, get a trash bag or some sturdy bag, keep it up here and throw laundry in there. I was gonna go to a coin laundry anyway because there aren't any places that'll rent you an apartment with an in-house laundry. It's all community. So I figured, hell, why not? Live out of my car, save a ton of money, venture around, just go take photos wherever I want to.
In 1 mile, exit right.
There you go. God bless ways. So that's where I'm at right now. And life's good. It kind of sucked for the first 2 days, I'll be honest. The first 2 or 3 days I was out here, I was really hating myself. I really wanted an apartment. I really wanted a job. I was really frustrated that nobody was responding to my applications for home or for apartments or for jobs. So, you know, right now I think I'm gonna be okay doing what I got, and you know, hopefully get some representation and whatnot. Side note,
In a quarter of a mile, exit right.
I hope that Big Mike doesn't get mad at me for side note, sorry, I had to get directions, but I hope Big Mike doesn't get mad at me for using his address for all of my applications because I don't have one. And I did use a Keels once, and I didn't really feel comfortable about it. But
Exit right.
I didn't want people to know that I was not living here. I didn't want people to see my Arizona address.
In 0.1 miles, keep left.
Yeah. Oh shoot. So more to come, more to know. Life is good. I continue the hunt to become a better actor, and so far it's been a good week. It's been an interesting first week, so stay tuned, friends. Today is the end of day 6, I believe, so not yet. No, this is day 5, end of day 5. It's not yet a full week, but I've already learned quite a bit. It's gonna be funny because I'm gonna look back on this video and be like, you were still so green, numb nuts. But I don't know, it's been an interesting ride so far. Last night was the first night sleeping in my car, so that was a very contorted situation, but it was fun. I found it was colder in the truck with the windows down than I had anticipated, and hadn't fully prepped for it all, but it was it was interesting. Slept pretty well through the night, and woke up to the sea breeze and sandy shores, and of course the gloom, marina fog, smog. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, I see you. But it's been good. I met a girl that is helping me out with getting PA stuff, which is nice. It's nice to know the research that I have been doing blindly is actually accurate, so she helped me put some pieces together. So this next week will be the first full week here, and excited to see what it brings. Central casting on Tuesday. Hopefully I'll get in. That's going to be an early morning, and hopefully some of these jobs that I've been applying for will finally come back and tell me I got something going on. So otherwise, I did find a dishwashing job in Koreatown. The only downside is my health may be in effect because it is a chicken wing place and I like chicken wings. We'll see. But the search for better understanding continues.